Good morning, Guardians. The Hijabi Gamer here, and it's Tuesday, and it's another reset day. And I did solo Challenge of the Elders. I just uploaded that video first because, yes, did it without any deaths as well. So I'll get to that eventually in the list of things for this week's Destiny 1 reset. So what's going on in the world of original Destiny, which is kick butt and still awesome. And yes, let me add again, because I know someone's going to ask, yes, I do play Destiny 2. I have the Witch Queen. Could see it right here. It's right here. Collector's edition for the Witch Queen. So obviously I have Destiny 2, the Witch Queen. Okay? We good on that. She does play Destiny 2. I played it on Saturday all day. So, and I played it some on Sunday. Alright. So what do we got this week for original Destiny? The first Destiny, and honestly, I think the better Destiny. For Crucible, which people tell me it's difficult to get into, I know, so I'm just going to mention it. Sometimes if, especially when things slow down in Destiny 2, more people come back to Destiny 1, I recommend people play Destiny all the time. Anyway, Zone Control. I like Zone Control. I don't think it makes any sense that it is a tactical exercise in reinforcing and defending acquired territory, unless you go by Destiny's definition of acquired territory, which is basically standing in a circle defending something until Ghost finishes unlocking it. Then yeah, that's acquired territory. But in truth, real acquired territory is not a circle on a map that's barely 6 feet across or whatever it is. It's more like it doesn't feel like this is how you actually defend acquired territory. Chax, your military strategy sucks. I have better military strategy than you. Okay, that sucks. It's a tactical exercise in reinforcing and defending acquired territory. Should the Vanguard ever decide to expand past the walls of the city, the Guardians will be ready. Not if they're doing zone control. They won't be ready if you're doing zone control. I'm just saying, to me, what felt like better practice in dealing with the enemies of the city was Challenge of the Elders, when you're actually fighting the enemies that attack humanity. Because, anyway, that's just me. But you get a Treasure of Ages box and 10 legendary marks. Remember, up to 200 legendary marks. No more than 200 or you lose them, okay? So I can get that. I can do that and get, if I get into a match and get those. But once I reach 200, you're not going to get any more. Cool? Cool. We're good? We're good. Alright. Next, we got the weekly story playlist. Now, I like the weekly story playlist. This week it's Mars and Venus. So they do it in order of release. So last week was Earth and the Moon. Mars and Venus are a lot of the Taken King stuff. Before the Taken King. But it's stories that took place on Mars and Venus. I like story playlists. It's also, as I've said multiple times, the best way to farm legendary marks. If you need legendary marks, you do this. See, every time you do one, you get up 20 or more legendary marks. The first time you do it, you get a Treasure of Ages box. Somebody told me you can get up to 3 Treasure of Ages boxes, which is what you can actually get. So you can only get 3. You get one for the SIVA, one for weekly story playlist, one for zone control. But you can carry more than 3, because I carried more than 3. So if you do it every week and you end up with 6 or 9, you're good. But again, 200 legendary marks. The modifiers for Mars and Venus are heroic. It's always going to be heroic because it's the heroic, weekly story playlist. There are more enemies and they are more aggressive because you pissed them off by beating them once and now you're coming back to basically, be mean about it. Then you got Void Burn. So void damage from any source is greatly increased, which is a ton of fun against, like, Taken Vex. And then finally, Brawler. Guardian melee damage is greatly increased. As I like to remind people, this includes the Hunter's throwing knife. The knife is a melee attack. So, your throwing knife as a gunslinger is a melee attack. So, this will increase your... And what's great about the Hunter melee attack is it also counts, if you get the aim right, as a precision kill. That's why I love the throwing knife. It's a precision kill and a melee kill. So in Challenge of the Elders. Anyway, so that's the weekly story playlist. Mars and Venus, these are going to be fun. I'm definitely at least going to do one to get the Treasure of Ages box. Gives you silver dust and a bunch of other stuff. But I do like Mars and Venus. I like all the story missions in Destiny, so. And I wish they did that in Destiny 2, where you could go Boop. Ooh, I wonder what I feel like playing today. I can do whatever mission I want, like the Cade Stash one. That was a fun one. I really like that one. Anyway, that aside, you have the SIVA Crisis Heroic. So, you do this 3 times, you get 30 legendary marks, you get a Treasure of Ages box. SIVA Crisis Heroic, I'm told, oftentimes you'll end up, if you want to solo strikes, this is the best way now, this is the best time to do it. I literally was begging Bungie for years before Destiny 2 came out, saying, please, Bungie, please make Crisis Strikes solo. Like, you can choose. All I'm asking, I'm not saying don't make matchmaking non-existent, but now apparently because not enough people, you can easily do it solo. But you always have heroic. Enemies appear in greater numbers and are more aggressive. Why do you keep pissing them off? Then you have void burns, void damage from many sources greatly increased. Then you have my least favorite, exposure. Guardian shields are increased but do not replenish. What is the solution to exposure? Go with Red Death. I just did Challenge of the Elders. It was a piece of cake with Red Death. Red Death, each kill heals you and speeds up reload. So the more you kill, the more you heal. It's great. So, exposure, if you're going to do SIVA Crisis Heroic, best thing to carry, Red Death. I always recommend people pick it up when Xur is carrying it. Red Death, great weapon to have. Make sure you have it. Then finally, Catapult, grenade recharge rate is greatly increased. But again, exposure is the worst of it. This is on our side. This is on our side, sort of. It's a mixed bag. Exposure, just use Red Death. Cool. If it comes up, just pick. If you don't have it and it comes up, Xur, pick it up. It's a good weapon to have. Alright, SIVA Crisis Heroic, that's cool. The weekly Nightfall is the bane of my existence. The screechy witch with a capital B. Because that's the only word to describe her. I blew people's minds when I used to say that. I was like, she's a witch with a capital B. Omnigul. Boy, does she have a voice. I gotta solo this one. This one I have to solo. I owe her. Well, I owe her this. I owe her this death. I'm sorry, Omnigul, I haven't killed you solo yet. I feel your pain, honey. I'll make sure to do it this week. So, we have Epic. It's always going to have Epic with the Nightfall. Heavily shielded and highly aggressive enemies appear in greater numbers. They're pissed at you. Oh, joy! Match game! Yay! Yay! Enemy shields are resistant to all unmatched elemental damage. So much fun. I love this one so much. The only one I hate more than this is exposure, which I can see is on this week as well. Airborne. Players deal more damage while in the air. Yeah, because that's going to be great. Yeah. Catapult. Grenade recharge rate is greatly increased. That's good. I wish there was Daybreak, but okay. And then exposure. Guardian shields are increased but do not replenish. Yeah, it's going to be a challenge. I think I'm going to give it a go, see if I can do it. But it's definitely going to be a challenge because I have... Normally, when I see that the Nightfall has exposure, I don't even try. So this would be like my first real attempt to solo a Nightfall with exposure. I hate exposure that much. But I should try and get even better at this, so... Yeah. Anyway, it's Omnigul. Don't forget to pick up. There are bounties at the bounty board for the Nightfall, but there are also bounties with Zavala. There are 3 bounties with Zavala that you need to pick up. You need to go to Zavala to pick them up. Don't forget those bounties. Next, you have, so that's the Nightfall. Challenge of the Elders, as you can see, I soloed it already once. I got close. I got to 26,000, which for me, since it's not precision kill bonus, it's pretty good. I think if I try again, I can get it. So you know the goal for Challenge of the Elders. There's 2 goals for Challenge of the Elders. The first goal is to get a high score of minimum 30,000. When you get the minimum high score of 30,000, what's his name? Varix will give you a weapon. When you get then your second goal is to get a cumulative score of 90,000. This doesn't have to be in 3 rounds of 30,000 each. You can do 10 rounds of 9,000 each, and Varix will give you a piece of armor. So those are your 2 goals. High score of 30,000. Keep in mind when you're doing it, the longer it takes, it cuts down score from you. So I got 25,160. Yeah, I was pretty close. I think if I really focus on melee kills, using my throwing knife, which will give me the melee and precision kill points. Use my grenades more, I could get the 25,000. Anyway, for this, for the Challenge of the Elders, you have grenade kill bonus, exposure, guardian shields are increased but do not replenish, and specialist, special weapon damage is favored. So the bosses are the Dark Blade of the Hive, which is Hive, just Hive. Then the second one is the Mind, which is Taken Vex, which is pain in the butt, but it's Taken Vex. The only thing with the Taken enemies is they don't spawn at the doors, so you can't like just stand by the door and just kill enemies. But Taken Vex is a piece of cake. Just make sure you don't get caught in his trap. And watch out for the retaliatory attack. But you don't even have the constipated Vex when you do Taken Vex. You know, the Vex? Yeah, the hobgoblins. I call them the constipated Vex because they behave constipated. So the second boss is Taken Vex. The third boss is Taken Cabal. Noruisk, Servant of Oryx. There's that spot I always go in that's great for the Taken Cabal because his stomp attack doesn't work there. I leave my heavy ammo for the shielded guys because those guys are a pain in the butt. I was able to easily do it. You can check my previous video. I got 25,000. I had no deaths. So, yeah. As long as it's not Val Araun, I'm pretty okay with Challenge of the Elders. And there are some spots you can cheese it, especially there's a spot with the Hive you can cheese it. The Vex is just as long as you stay in that area and like just move. You can easily, you know, it's not that hard, especially the Vex, because you can just stay in that corner and snipe. Especially with secondary damage favored, so just sniping him, you don't even have to use your heavy for that. So that's Challenge of the Elders. Piece of cake. Definitely going to do it again. I want to see if I can get the 30,000, even though it's not a precision kill. Because precision kill is my thing. But anyway, the weekly raid, Vossic Challenge, and Axis Challenge. That would mean it's Wrath of the Machine. I love Wrath of the Machine. Definitely, anybody wants to do Wrath of the Machine, let me know. I definitely want to do Wrath of the Machine. I love Wrath of the Machine. I mean, I don't really need to. I think I'm missing some of the adept weapons, though. But I love Wrath of the Machine. I don't remember all of it. It's been a while. But Wrath of the Machine is one of my favorite raids. I loved Rise of Iron. I loved everything connected to Rise of Iron. Except that one strike. So, love Wrath of the Machine. Would love to do it some point this week. Especially Sunday. You know what? Last Sunday I played My Little Pony and Destiny 2 with my clan. We'll see. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share this with the other Destiny people, because I think I'm like the last one left who's doing original Destiny. And again, I do play Destiny 2. I definitely play, just watch my live streams. I definitely play Destiny 2 while talking about the Corpus and how the Corpus are going to take over. But I do play Destiny 2. And hope to see you at the tower.